Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It finally looks like, oh no, Golden Hour seems to be the same people every morning now. Well, not really Golden Hour, but you know, during cardio there's that phase of people. But at this time it's not annoying. This time it's pretty empty for us. Everyone's actually away from us this time. Yeah. But the same people are here every time now. The only difference is that the two women aren't here, so now the stairs are free for us only. Golden Hour looks like everyone's just split like the usual. So we got a few occasional treadmill people on the right, far away from us, and then there's a few. Majority of the rest of them are in the weight section, which is 5 o'clock, but in the distance, so it's not bad. So right now it's not too bad. Everything's kind of just yeah. Usually we don't do stairs on leg day, but I brought an extra spare shirt because I had a suspicion that we were gonna do stairs today, especially since we haven't done stairs on Sunday or Monday, I think. When usually we're supposed to be doing stairs on Saturday and Sunday, but due to Golden Hour not being very good, we had to skip it. You know, stairs is pretty good because it burns the most calories with the least chance of sleeping. Like we can't sleep on the stairs much. We sweat the most on the stairs as well, and it's slow but heavy. So heavy, slow cardio. You know, that's what stairs is. Heavy and slow cardio. Yeah, well, yeah. There's a lot more people now. So, for like the past week or so, every morning before Golden Hour, there seems to always be a lot of people. Some places I see regularly now. None of them really bothered me, which is good. They just get dangerously close for some reason, especially some of them. Luckily, though, I don't talk. By the way, at the gym, if you want to avoid people, don't talk. Because if you start beginning to build a pattern recognition of talking, then you're gonna spend a lot of time talking rather than training. But I guess some people take the gym as a social place. It just depends on the ecosystem and stuff. Anyway, for the past few days, we have not been stressed about Satisfactory as I used to. We're actually managing to do it pretty easily now. Like ever since we, fixed the overwhelming issue and started building. And no, actually, yesterday's nuclear power plant was absolutely normal. It wasn't even hard. Thing is, because I finally started bringing everything close to us. Also, we're pretty lucky that uranium's really close to us. Honestly, yesterday I was expecting to build a really, really long train rail or a drone for it to collect the uranium. It turns out there was no need. Excellent. Golden Hour is actually filtering out again slowly. Just like the old days where we just do cardio and by the time we finish, everyone's going to sleep. So our time's still one of the best. If we come earlier, it's worse. If we come an hour earlier, there's more people that are here. If we come later, well, I haven't tried to come later, but just based on observations from being here, if we came later, it's still gonna be, I think, if you came like 1 hour later, the only difference would be you'll be doing cardio during peak golden hour. And if you stay like an extra hour longer, I don't know. What I do know is that right now, on the current time we do, if we stay, I don't know, if we stay a bit longer, people will come again. So based on all of the times we've done this, our current time with golden hour is probably one of the most optimal for now. Of course, this will change as time goes on, as these meditative videos become something serious. We will not be here for very long. One day. But for now we can, so we'll take advantage of that. Maybe once Instagram era happens, this will be one of the last times we'll be here before we have to travel somewhere else. Yeah, we did bring in a good t-shirt, so we'll change into it. Is there anything else to talk about? Well, Satisfactory again? Again, in Satisfactory, we're kind of chill, you know? We are kind of chill. We actually are kind of chill. I think for Satisfactory though, I kind of want to maybe find the remaining oils and turn them into electricity. As much as I like the nuclear power, I don't really see it as, how to say it, in order to feed a fully power surged nuclear power plant, it's going to use a lot of other power surges, but I need to calculate how much it's going to use. But right now we're using 4 Schlumberger looms to keep that reactor working, which is, in the future we're going to have to take those back to make the elevator parts. So, yeah. Plus, you don't actually need the nuclear power. You just need the rods from the other component, which doesn't even involve uranium. Plus, it's nuclear waste as well. I'm probably going to remake some components in a nuclear place. Oh yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult soon again. There's that particle accelerator thing we need to look into as well. So yeah, we're not really finished, are we? We're still making our little parts. Oh well. Anyways, besides that, what else did we talk about? The only other game we're looking at is Overwatch, but again, there's not much lore into Overwatch. Yesterday we tried out Widowmaker again, and we're incredibly washed up. Super washed up. Our DPS is washed up. You target the supports. Golden Hour's actually filtered out. Oh no, they're just hiding. So today's just gonna be Mass Satisfactory again. Yeah, can't wait to finish the game. I put too many hours into it to not give up, you know. So we have to finish the game. And you know what though? Regardless of how complex everything was, I still remember those old videos. Whereas like when we looked at the next tiers, I was like, damn, that's gonna be hard, but we did it. So the next milestone would be to be the particle accelerator stuff, right? So I can't wait to have a look at it and be like, damn, that looks difficult, but we'll figure it out. You know, I might be crazy enough to just go get a whole brand new nitrogen gas train just for the next component. Maybe. Or maybe share the same extractor, but have 2 trains. Currently we're still in the phase of building everything. Once I've built everything, then we'll start slowly working on the elevator parts. Yep. I think one really cool thing we'll need in Satisfactory is maybe a bit of a faster way to travel on foot. Maybe. But actually, Now I can't complain too much because the hover pack literally makes you go in creative mode. That was one of the best things to get. You know, most of the time the stairs aren't really contested. It's only been for like the past 1 or 2 weeks that this is like 1 or 2 regulars that overtake this thing, and I always used to give way because I am taking up like 2 stairs. Oh yeah, the new strategy is working quite nicely too. The new strategy where we do cardio, train, iron body, back to HQ, Alpha 3 regime, editing, dips and pull-ups, and then eating. That strategy seems to be proving a bit more efficient. Only thing is that when it comes to eating, it's definitely like a stationary period because I have too much food in my body that I cannot do anything as much besides just drink more water and go more kind of just sitting there chilling. Before we split the meals up because we couldn't eat that much rice, but since we've lowered the amount of grams in rice, I think it's doable. Honestly, if we want to be more efficient, I think perhaps purely eating canned mackerel as the only source of food would be a more efficient reason. It's because I don't have to waste time measuring the other type of meat because I know that 2 cans of mackerel is pretty much really close to our protein maximum. It's just slightly RNG with like 10 to 20 grams difference, but it will save a lot of time for measuring stuff. Because right now it's taking time is measuring the other type of meat. But overall, our real life system is super efficient. It's just that when I talk about it, sounds pretty simple, but I'm sure if you actually see it in real life, it's actually super busy. Eh. Well, it's not really that busy. Actually, it's not really that busy at all. You'll get used to it. It just might be a bit overwhelming at the beginning, but you know, the more you do it, you just go through it. Hmm. That's pretty simple. There you go. 330 minutes. The same old, same old. And this time I bought a spare shirt, so we'll be good to go. Okay, so we're gonna stretch and then change into, yeah. Oh, we're back. Back in dry stuff. You know what I mean? Back in a dry t-shirt and stuff like that. So chill. Whatever, the tripod's always gonna be a bit bulky. It's gonna be a bit more weight than usual. It's gonna be 20 kgs heavier because I'm too lazy to get rid of these 10 kg plates. I'll just add it on. Golden Hour's actually not that bad today. It's actually only like what, one, two, three, four, five. Chill. Everyone's pretty much got sound up. Yeah. Oh, even that guy's got sound barriers. Sound barriers, if you don't know what that means, is someone wearing headphones and earbuds. It's a sound barrier because they wear it to block out the gym music, right? And I think our voice is not as loud as the gym music, so therefore we are invisible to them. You know, we do not speak as loud as the gym music, so we're good. So their sound barriers will block us out. It's just the ones that don't have sound barriers will hear us. But yeah, yep. So no, just the usual. I mean, is there anything to talk about? All I know is that for Satisfactory, we just gotta do the next tiers and we're good to go. But I don't really see anything else. I guess the next thing really is the particle accelerator. I mean, yeah, now we're just gonna just chill here, drink water, do the legs, you know? It's pretty chill. We might do hip thruster today. Probably will. There's just nothing to talk about right now. I can't think of. Because there's no problems. There's no problems. There's no problems right now. I think the only problem is Overwatch. I think Overwatch is like the only problem. Should uninstall it. It's got Overwatch has got like no law. Should uninstall it though. The only cool thing is the reason I don't uninstall it is because every now and then you get those really like adrenaline rushed games, which kind of keeps me keeping it because it's just like when you get a really good game, like super intense, like both sides are tie breaking, you know, those ones are like the really adrenaline rush ones, where like especially when you play DPS because everything's your fault, so you either carry or you fail. You can say tank is also really important, but when a DPS is probably like obviously the like it really is your fault because your tank is the peel, not do damage. You're the one that has to be relied on. So if you don't perform well, GG. I mean, also supporters are really important as well. But it seems like every support I play with is really good. Like there's never a bad healer, but is when we play support, there's always a bad DPS. And then also at the same time, when we play DPS, sometimes we're the bad ones. So it what it is. All right, we're on the last one, and then we're gonna move on to hip thrust. Okay, is there anything else to talk about? Not really, but yeah, there's no problems. And golden hours, decent. Right, well, you know the drill. So it's same thing, right? Let's do 25 kgs. Again, for hip thrust, we just do light because I already said this before, but in reality, you're not going to be hip thrusting like 60 plus kgs because the bed. I mean, sorry, shut up. I have no idea what to talk about. There's no problems, no topics. I mean, we kind of our ecosystem has been heavily on Satisfactory for the past nearly month, maybe. I don't know. I think it's only been like maybe 2 weeks or something. We've got like 60, 70 hours on Satisfactory now. Again, completely different to Arc. Yeah, I still remember that. I still remember our Arc days, but 280 plus hours on it. It's pretty. No, we got like 300 plus hours now because we've done multiple runs on Arc. But yeah, kind of completed it, huh? Kind of completed it. I mean, no, we haven't actually like completed it, right? But the boss fights are just kind of mid. It's just basically raise the whole army. That did, yeah. Plus the I'll see about it. Alright, is there anything else to say? Nope. Do we do a story video today? Probably not. Most of the story videos are getting a bit boring. Eh, actually no, not really. They're not actually that boring. They're just super. Actually no. I mean, I just probably not do it today though. It depends. But uh, I don't even know I don't even know what's happening in the world. I do find myself stuttering a lot now recently. Not stuttering, but when I'm talking too fast, I'm like, oh. think we're in like 4 5s now. Yep, ass hurts. No, I mean no. Well, glutes. Glutes hurts. Yeah. When you do the hip thrust here, right? Just sitting here after doing that makes the muscles a bit sore, but it's fine. It's the same feeling as like doing leg extensions when you leave or when you sit on the machine after doing leg extensions. The muscles are like in pain when you stay there. So same thing for us right now, but it's fine. Again, it's just nothing to say. You know, I don't even know what's happening in the world right now. It's all just ecosystems, right? It's like it doesn't exist when you don't pay attention to it. I guess that's just life and ecosystems. If you don't pay attention to it, it doesn't exist. It's not real. And then again, if some kind of event happens, it is what it is. You know. Again, the theory of like human depopulation and stuff, right? What's that gonna do? Just gonna reduce the amount of consumers. For what though? What do you gain from that? What do you gain from getting rid of your purpose? You know? Right, we'll do 18 kgs next. It's kind of the same thing as like when people say AI is gonna get rid of humans, right? If AI gets rid of humans, who are they gonna serve? What is their purpose now? Trying to think of an analogy here. But I already said this before. I did say this before, right? It's like, for example, robots make, you know, I guess an analogy would be like it's like building a huge greenhouse, but then there's no plants or seeds. It's like, so what's the purpose of the greenhouse now? It's like, okay, it's like in order to build this extremely large greenhouse, we have to get rid of all the seeds and plants, and then we can build this really big greenhouse. But now we have no more, now we got no more plants and seeds. So what is the greenhouse purpose now? You know, it's either you find something else in it, or yeah. I guess that's a kind of a bad analogy. Some kind of analogy, right? It was like, oh, we got AI to build this, we got AI to do all these jobs, but serve who? What is their purpose now if they're all gone? All humans gone? Sorry, I can't really think of an analogy. It's kind of like, how do I say it? If everyone was like Sensei, then it wouldn't work. But he already said that. He already said that if everyone was like him, he would, wash the cars, do this, do that. So that's why the thing about getting rid of all the useless eaters logically doesn't actually make sense because then you got no balance. If you got rid of all the useless eaters, then someone in the top is going to become the next tier of useless eater. This one can do an efficiency. Again, when it comes to the rest of the days, we don't need an extra shirt. Extra shirt is only for chest and legs, maybe shoulders, but I can cope with it. Only because when it comes to like leg press and bench press, we're basically putting our whole entire back into machines. And if we have a weird shirt, it's just disgusting. This feels not good. I guess you can say the same for shoulders, but shoulders is lot. It's only like just one exercise that you have to lean on, and that's it. You know. But for yeah, is there anything else to say? We're on 35s. There's like no topics to talk about. All of the games we're doing right now, problem solving's chill. I guess we could do Surviving Mars next, maybe. We still have that game. Satisfactory is actually still good though. I can't stop praising it. It's a good problem solving game. Initially, I doubted it. I was like, damn, it's gonna be a bit boring. But after seeing how complex things got, I was like, damn, it's like a challenge. I can do it, and we did it. Which is that currently our system's a bit messy. Our system's kind of like a PC. It's because whenever something new is introduced in the Satisfactory game, it's our first time, so we don't really prepare our base for anything extra. We just add new components. But if we ever play Satisfactory again, then obviously we would like you would have like a plan, but that's why we want to play it again. The reason is because the way we play it is this is the first time. Oh, if we play it a second time, we would actually like pre-plan like all the blueprints, you know. But since it's our first time playing, we don't know what's what, so we just have to add things to our base whenever it arrives. But yeah, if we play a second time, we'd probably like make enough blueprints. No, we would like have enough space to just craft everything at once, and like just have everything connected. And I would probably have just brought all the resources to our base. Yeah, the only mistake I think we did in Satisfactory is that we built when we got the plastic, we decided to just leave it there instead of bringing it back home. Oh, and also building the aluminum slash battery factory across the other edge. That was a pretty bad idea. And when it comes to Overwatch, our problem is that we can't aim. And the thing is, I mean, sure, if you just consistently play all the time, your aim would get better, but you know, it's not like a built system, right? It's like, yeah, I don't know. Alright, one more to go, and then we're gonna go. I'm just gonna just not do the carbs. I don't really feel. Is there anything else to say? Nope. I do kind of want to try out the League of Legends series, just once. Kind of want to. I want to try do ranked in League, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who would I even play as though? I don't even know what role I'd take. Mid lane was never really. Whenever I played, I usually played support or actually no, I was an all rounder when I used to play League. I guess I used to do ADC, but then I also did actually I played support a lot because of the freedom, but you know when I play support I play Bard and I just ignore my ADC. But then if we play jungle I just go one shot champions. I never really well, but we also get a mid lane as well. I used to play Anivia in mid lane. And also on top lane I guess I played like Heimerdinger. So I was like all rounder. I was an all rounder. Never really was like a main. I could play any role. And there's no like favoritism. Oh, I also did Zac as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it. But that's about it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give you a story video today, probably not. But yeah, see you guys next time, right? We didn't really talk about much. Was nothing informative. Just a recap on what we're doing right now. Chilling. I appreciate it.